Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm excited to be here. And tonight I want to talk about matters of the heart. The matters of the heart is a very tricky thing. I want to read Proverbs 4 and 23. It says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. And so I want to specifically talk about the heart and relationships. um our heart can tell us that we love someone, that I can't just, you even when it's sometimes not a healthy relationship, your heart is connecting you to a person. But in our head may be telling us, hey, this relationship is not good. So let's I'm looking at the context, and it's giving me more details about what the heart is. So the heart includes the mind, emotion, and the will. So I want to break that down a little bit further. So your mind, when you see a relationship or whatnot, your mind knows that, hey, this relationship is not good. When a person's action is not lining up, or their words are not lining up to that produces actions that show love, or if they're just giving you lip service to say they love you, but the action is not following, or they may be belittling you, but then later on come back and tell you how much they love you, and it's kind of that can be considered gaslighting or using manipulation, or there could be control involved in it. And so your mind will tell you, hey, I need to get out of this thing, or this thing is not healthy for me. Whereas your emotions will hold you to that person. And so at times we have to put that heart in check. And so the emotions keep us in something that we should not possibly need to be in, whereas our mind will tell us what we should do. And we need our will to be able to get out of that thing, to even when we feel pained and we feel our heart is grieving for the loss of a relationship. We need our will to keep moving forward, step by step by step, even if it is a hard decision. And so in the notes it says, keeping the heart involves what is said, what is seen, and what is done. And so all the things should line up when you're in a relationship with a person. What they're saying, it should be generally you should be able to trust what they say. It should be loving words that build you up. And when you do mistalk, you should be able to apologize to the person. But when you do an apology, it's like having repentance. That means you turn from that. So when you make a mistake, it should not be continuously done over and over and over, and then they just apologize, because it's not a sincere apology. And talking about what is seen, what you see them doing, it should be displaying actions of respect, action of love, of care. And if they're what you see, they're disrespecting you to other people, then that is not what you see. They're not expressing love to you. And then it says what is done, what they're doing, what their actions, what they're actually doing should be expressing love. And if they're not, then all those things are things that we should pay attention. So with our heart, we should love, with love, we should love people. With wisdom is definitely necessary. That is something that I have learned to understand and learn to grow from. That you can still, when you in a relationship with a person and say, hey, I'm worth more, I'm valued more than that, you still can have love for that person. But you have to make a choice, a decision to value yourself, and value yourself as a child of God and as a daughter or son of God, to value yourself more and using wisdom, because he already told us, guard our heart above everything, because that's where everything else flows. And so yes, we can love a person, But there's a difference between you loving a person um you feeling loved. If you're in a relationship with a person and you love them to pieces, you love them with everything, but all you feel is feeling drained, all you feel is insecure, is something being taken from you. Even though you love them, what's more important is, do you feel love? And so you need to be able to recognize that, as you know. So sometimes what we want, like we want a person, what we want, God may not give us what we want. Like, I want this person, but he may give us what we need. So there's a, sometimes if you get lucky, maybe you get a person that you wanted and needed. But sometimes oftentimes who we want are the people that can possibly hurt us the most, because we wanted them so much that we excuse their behavior and how they interacted with us. And with a person, what we need will draw us closer to God, that would want to see our dreams come true, would want to celebrate us in our wins, and us being our best version of ourselves. And when we feel safe with a person, we can feel more comfortable, being more vulnerable, showing softness. So for a woman, when you're in a good relationship, it brings out the femininity in you. Otherwise, when you with a person you possibly should not be, it brings in more of a masculine quality or more of a survival skill, because we women, we're gonna do what we need to do, especially when we have children. And so it may make us rough around the edges, and it makes us not who we supposed to be when we're in a safe space. But for a man, you should be able to feel, I've obviously respect is something that's very important to a man. And so a man being in a good relationship would feel respected, but at the same time of him wanting to feel respected, he should be a leader. So with being a leader, it's not just providing, but it's providing a safe place for your woman emotionally. When you provide that, then you give the woman permission to show her femininity and her softness. Like it's conditioned. You being a leader is conditioned on you creating that environment. And for a man, you should get a woman who builds you up, who doesn't belittle you. And so, there's qualities now. Yes, when we get in a relationship, there's things that we may have to grow into, grow into oneness, or grow into learning more how to become a wife or how to become a husband. But it's about the heart posture. Are you willing to be moldable, shapeable? Are you willing to compromise? Because in a relationship, there's compromise in the sense of, we both want what's best for the other person, or what's best for the relationship, and not just what's best individually. And so we're growing together in what's best for the family, for our children. So again, above all things, we should guard our hearts.